I'm not associated with Endo in any way. Entirely independent. His opinions are not my own. I'm appearing under duress.
Monday morning blues. I open my eyes and I'm greeted by a cute little smile. The world is new with you by my side. Everything is beautiful. Tuesday afternoon, I'm calling you home just to hear your voice on the phone. I think of you and I'm not alone. You are everything under the sky so blue. I found my piece of heaven, spending my days with you. You are my piece of heaven. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, life is a bliss. Waking up with you in my arms, I've got it all, and nothing's amiss. Everything is beautiful Sunday.
All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Wait, that's not you. I'm talking to the ship seller. So welcome back to another exciting video. I'm here with Char Lizard, and if you don't know who Char Lizard is, you've been living under a Stormworks rock, I would say. Is that fair?
I think that might be flattery, but I do appreciate it. Thank you.
So Char is here. Char, if you look at my screen right now, there are things floating everywhere. There's seafood broker, tackle seller, supply seller, equipment seller, boat seller? No, equipment seller. No boat. Is there a boat seller? Oh, ship seller.
There's a ship seller over here, yeah.
Seafood broker, and lots of data. And Char made this, I think you started in 2021 or 2020?
Yeah, like 2-3 years ago.
And so what was the first version of this? What did you start with?
So we started with crabbing, actually, a long time ago with crab pots and big crabbing ships. But it's moved towards fishing in recent years.
Okay, so that was the first version, was just crabbing. That was it. All you could do.
Yeah, pretty much.
So the reason I wanted to get Char on here is, if you did not know, you've definitely been living under a Stormworks rock. There was a rod update, a fishing rod update. And GeoMeta, in the Friday update, mentioned Komodo had some fishing ideas, and 454 had done a video on fishing ideas recently. But what I wanted to show you guys, if you didn't know about this, is there has been an add-on that GeoMeta has never mentioned in any Friday update. And it's been around for about 3 years, I'm guessing. And it was pretty mature and very stable before the update with the vehicle parts, I guess, whatever it was, separate vehicle tracking. I don't remember what the update was, but that broke it. And so now JSI is trying to fix it. But the reason I wanted to get Char on here is to talk about the features that maybe GeoMeta wants to look at adding, or maybe some things that would complement being able to make something like this even better with features that GeoMeta could add as the upcoming commercial update. So I'm guessing, Char, would you agree with this, that GeoMeta is not going to release a fishing update like this? It will be probably parts like fishing nets or whatever, and then you'll build your boats or whatever and then use them. Is that fair? Do you think that's what they would do?
Yeah, I think anything that GeoMeta come out with will be a lot more basic or one-dimensional compared to perhaps what the community comes out with add-ons. That's the way of things. I struggle to imagine them even making nets, because nets feel like quite complicated parts, but we shall see.
Well, they're still struggling with cells, so probably.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. So what I want to do is let's get on your lovely little... Is this fishing boat ready to go?
I'm pretty sure it's ready to go, yeah.
Okay, let's get on your fishing boat. Let's go out and let's talk about the current features of your add-on. And then I'd like to talk about what might be something that you would look forward to in a GeoMeta update that would allow everybody to kind of play what their update is, but then allow add-on makers like you to extend commercial fishing into something even more complex, I guess. How do you get up these stairs? Oh, there we go.
They're very steep stairs.
Yeah.
No, that sounds like a good plan. So Today, the ship, I chucked on 2 small nets, so hopefully you can see kind of the inventory message above the ship. Obviously, you spoke about all the sellers, or like the shop people back on the quay. When you buy from them, you can like basically load into your cargo hold on the ship. And so I bought 2 small nets. We're going to do a little bit of small scale trawling, which is one of the newer features, I guess, for the add-on. Like I said, we started with crabbing, then we had trolling, which is fishing on a commercial scale but using hooks and lines, and also we introduced a squid sort of style of fishing, which you can do at night with spotlights and stuff like that.
Wait, explain that again. What is that?
The squid fishing.
What's the process, I guess?
Squid fishing, so it's kind of based on kind of Southeast Asian fishing practices where you might go out and shine a light over the side of your ship to kind of get the squids at night to come and bite. That was a really new thing that we added actually in the middle of last year. Before I kind of took a break from Stormworks, but the whole fishing update is kind of drawing me back to see what they do, see what Geometa can actually achieve. But yeah, it's interesting stuff. I shall provide some B-roll to you for that.
Oh, that'd be great. Oh, so question about squid fishing, like it's not reacting to the light, right? You just use lights.
So we use lights, and the add-on can tell when the lights are turned on. So you'll only catch squids if the lights are turned on and it's nighttime.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it's as clever as it can be in the constraints of the add-on editor.
So let me show, if people haven't seen this before, I'm going to open up the map right now. It's going to probably lag you, I'm guessing. But what I want to show you here on the map is there are lines and boxes drawn around different areas, right? And can you explain what I'm seeing with all these lines and boxes and little X's?
Absolutely. So all of our little dark blue lines, if you like, they're the borders of territories. And within those territories, different types of fish spawn. There's also kind of lines around the map that indicate rivers. So if we look at the Sawyer mainland sort of area, we can see some blue lines that indicate rivers, and again they're specific biomes, so only freshwater fish can spawn in rivers. Occasionally there are red lines on the map that indicate nature reserves, so while you're fishing there might be more bountiful along the line, down the road you might end up getting kind of a Coast Guard wanted level, or get banned from selling fish in certain locations, that sort of stuff, for basically fishing illegally.
Yeah, I was going to say, you have like an actual law thing in there?
It's not implemented yet, but you do kind of get a heat or a wanted level for catching fish in illegal locations. Yeah, but
oh, do you need a fishing license?
That's a good point. We might need a fishing license. Well, we don't have one today. We'll go without.
Okay, so anybody can fish. And is there like I don't know, are certain fish protected where you're not supposed to catch them, you're supposed to throw them back or something? I'm just making stuff up. I don't know.
I don't think so. I think some fish only spawn within the nature reserves, so I guess you could assume they're protected species, and you get your wanted level for.
Now you don't have like police boats come or Coast Guard boats come and check you out, do you?
I have tried in the past,
you
but
did?
working with Geometa's NPCs/AI is quite a difficult thing to get working properly.
Yeah. Okay. Just wanted to ask, since we're getting all crazy.
Yeah, in a multiplayer server, you can imagine, if you've got your wanted level above you and someone wants to role play as a Coast Guard, they can come and inspect your hold, see if it alludes to that kind of RPG gameplay.
Yeah, and you guys, JSI is a server. I'm going to link below so you guys can join the Discord server. It's been around, I don't know how long it's been around, 5 years, 4 years?
Yeah, must be.
And you can join them, and they are kind of like fishing boats. Commercial fishing is what they build. And then, of course, Char Lizard and the crew has been working on this add-on. And so I guess, is this add-on kind of built around a community of fishermen, and features were like requested because, oh, I'm a fisherman, it would be really cool if I had XYZ?
Yeah, for sure. We've got a couple of real world kind of naval folk within the JSI Discord. But yeah, there's a lot of different people in there contributing their ideas, and their bug reports are especially useful as well. So yeah, do join the Discord to kind of help this add-on get developed further. It was originally my add-on baby, but recently the people at JSI have found another kind of developer to help us along the way, so it should get lots of frequent updates moving forward.
Just one?
Just one dev.
Yeah, just one dev. So you were the original one dev that did everything?
Yeah, pretty much.
And so is there another dev is going to replace you, or are you going to work with him?
I think for now, I'm kind of trying to hand things over to him as best I can. Obviously, we've all got our working lives at home, but he seems to have things quite well in hand. And I think most of the bugs have been fixed. We're just kind of working on efficiency and making the add-on as performance friendly as possible.
Oh yeah, so I should mention that right now this is available. So if you don't want to wait for Geometa to update their update, you can go ahead and just play around with this. And maybe, if you play around with this, download it and see all the features. We didn't even get into the features. So, okay, before I do my final thing with that, let's talk about more features that you have that are related to once you capture your fish and your crabs, what happens to them?
Once you capture your fish or crabs, you bring your stuff back on board, you unload it into your ship, you drive your ship back to the port, and you can choose either to sell your resources at the port where you dock, and you'll get a fairly decent price from your seafood broker and someone else or whoever is at your port of choice. But if you choose to unload your cargo, you can unload it into crates or into semi-trucks or into however you want to transport your goods around, helicopter, aeroplane, whatever you choose. And then you fly it to a merchant who's more inland. Basically, You'll get the more money the further you transport your goods from the coast. So people inland are more likely to pay more for fish and crab and stuff like that.
Okay, wait a minute. Let me ask this question while you have my attention. Are you saying that this little South Harbor is a fishing point, but there are more locations on the map that we can take our goods?
Absolutely, yeah. Most of the locations on the Sawyer mainland are kind of populated with merchants and things like that. I mean, there's a merchant at the Dean Hall mine who wants to buy stuff. There's kind of airfields around the map for export as well. So if you feel like, I want to sell, somewhere else or do something different, I think the economy kind of varies so that you can potentially sell for more money in export locations. There's one really cool location in between the two mountains, actually.
In between the two mountains?
Between Mount Goldbloom, apparently, I'm looking at the map. There's a place called Span Outpost.
Wait, where's Goldbloom at? I'm lost. Oh, Mount Goldbloom. I'm right here. I can see it. Okay, now where do I want? Now, go where?
South. A little bit southwest of Mount Goldbloom. In the river.
In the river.
Is a lot of X's. Can you see them?
Yeah, I see the X's.
Or we can teleport there.
I'll teleport there, yeah.
I'm in the water. Oh, there we go. So if you look above us.
What am I?
There's this huge outpost.
I landed on top of it.
You're on top of it? Excellent.
Yeah.
So
what is this?
This is one of the, if not the biggest custom base that you can toggle, just in case you're on a laptop and you don't want this eating your frame rate. You can toggle this in the add-on settings and it won't load. But the point is, the merchant here has a 3.2 times multiplier on it because it's so hard to get to. So if you were to load all your fish into a helicopter, get it here, you could make a massive amount of money because it's quite difficult to get to. You kind of see that supply and demand relationship between...
So is this... Okay, I'm going to be dumb. Is this a real thing? Is there something like this in the real world?
I doubt it.
Oh, okay.
I doubt it.
Okay, just checking. And so you got people in here. You've got like a little customer service center. What's up? What's your name?
There's like a nice bar, isn't there?
Oh, it's a bar. So fishermen are drunks? Is that what you're trying to say here? Is that?
I wouldn't insinuate anything either way.
Oh, okay. So, all right. So there are different locations and we can come and sell our fish.
Yeah, with NPCs. If you come and stand next to this guy, actually, you might get a chat message pop up.
I have no more tips for you today. Come back tomorrow.
He gave me his only tip. So now on my map, he's told me where a low yield zone is, so I know not to go and fish there. I don't know if you can see that on the map. There's a red marker on your map now.
A red marker on my map. Where's it at? Oh, yeah.
Does it say the waters are empty up there?
Wait. Where are you looking? Oh, up there.
Northwest of Sawyer.
Yeah, well, waters are empty for 2 days left.
That's it. Yeah. So sometimes you speak to them and they say there's a high yield zone, so you know, I really want to go and fish there. And others, they say, don't fish there. Sometimes they tell you about crab migrations and things like that. And if you go and talk to this one over here, and hopefully you'll see on your screen a couple of things will pop up.
Bring me 7 muscaline.
Yes. So these are missions, so you can accept these and you'll get a cash bonus basically from completing these specific contracts.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So there's all sorts of in-depth, like I say, role-play game kind of stuff to do.
Yeah, so do you guys have like an official server that runs this all the time?
We used to a while ago, but I don't have the budget for it at the minute.
Ah, yeah,
So,
it's expensive. I know that. So most of you guys just kind of get together and play then? It's kind of a...
yeah, but it is quite satisfying to do it in single player as well, to build your empire. You know, you can do base building, you can do what else? You can hire NPCs to help you on your ship, so you don't feel too lonely even playing in single player.
Wait, what do the NPCs do?
So the NPCs can be put in charge of baiting or unloading your pots. So you could like drive the crane, and you can tell your NPCs, okay, I've brought this crab pot back on board, unload it, bait it, and then let me put it straight back out. So you can end up with a really efficient operation just by letting yourself drive the crane, having a helmsman NPC drive the ship around, and having some deckhand NPCs basically managing all the equipment, if you like.
Okay, that's amazing. I didn't know you could do that. That's amazing. I really haven't played, because I showed this with you probably about 2 years ago, I'm thinking. And then
a while ago.
I tried to play with Frantic, and we were like two dummies trying to fish, so that didn't go very well. And then I just never went back to it. And then I tried the other day, and I was like, oh, I don't know where to start. Are there tutorials or anything like that?
So there's a couple of tutorials. There's 2 tutorials in the game that kind of train you on how to do trolling, like we mentioned earlier, and crabbing. And then the second tutorial teaches you about the kind of the logistics side of things, so selling to merchants inland and transporting goods around. But I want to add more tutorials for sure, especially in game.
How hard is it to do that? Is it really difficult to make tutorials?
It is a challenge to basically write all the dialogue and get the checkpoints set up so that they trigger in the right place, and then managing the spawning of tutorial vehicles and things like that. It is complicated to set up, but it's quite rewarding because it feels like the world is a bit more alive when you play those missions. Because there are characters in the missions and things like that, and it's quite, like I say, an enjoyable experience.
So let's go back to the ship, because I want to show people actually how this works, because we haven't actually tried to do anything yet. So let's find our ship. Why is there a red ship? What is that?
So the red ship, I guess, means it's been spawned by the server rather than by a player.
And there's my ship over there, which was fishing poles. Okay, got it. We're back on the boat, and what I wanted Char to show is the way he had to implement all of these things that we are talking about, crabbing and fishing and what, squid, did you say squid? Was that what they're called?
Yeah.
They are not 3D physical objects, because for a long time we didn't have 3D fish in the game. We had whales and sharks, but no fish. And we can't interact with the fish until now. You can pick them up and fish with them, but there's no way at the time to fish, right?
Yeah, and there's no way for us add-on makers to spawn fish in via the add-on scripts either at the minute, which is a real kind of challenge. Especially we think about the add-on here, we've got like fish farming, so it would be really cool for us to be able to spawn physical fish in fish pens and things like that.
So tell me about fish farming, because I don't understand what that is, how that works.
So fish farming, obviously in the real world we do a lot of fishing, in the wild. We catch a lot of fish in the wild, but potentially in certain situations that isn't sustainable. So what people will do is they'll find a nice river or a nice bay somewhere and set up these huge pens and start basically breeding fish within them. So the way we do that in the add-on is that you basically have to catch 2 of a certain type of fish if you want that certain type of fish, take them back to your fish farm. So you would have bought yourself basically a couple nets from an equipment seller, these specialized kind of fish pen net sort of things. You would have taken them to where you want to set up your fish farm and set them up basically. So you take your 2 fish to them, you'd basically seed the farm by putting the 2 fish in them, and then you'd feed the farm as well with fish food, which you can either do by hand or by setting up an automated feeding system, which is pretty cool, but again pretty complicated, so sometimes simpler to do by hand. So once they're fed and seeded, then every kind of night at midnight, the fish will breed, and you'll end up with more fish. And then obviously you can take the fish out, sell them for profit, and basically have a passive income while you go out and fish manually. So you can go back to base and suddenly find yourself with potentially even more fish to sell.
And that's in this game currently?
Yeah, that's currently in the add-on.
In the add-on, wow.
So is kind of shellfish farming as well. So you can do like oyster farming basically. It's very similar to fish farming, but instead of having fish pens, you have piles basically, so these logs that you drop in the water so that the shellfish can grow on them, and you have to go and do some scuba diving to catch mollusks and stuff like that originally to seed your oyster farm, because around the map we've got some diving points, and you can go and pick up these custom shell models to basically seed those farms.
Okay, so you put like little 3D Stormworks objects down on the underwater, and then you go to those and you click on them or something?
Yeah, you go to them, you collect them, bring them to your ship, and suddenly you've got these. They turn into a digital object, basically, or a virtual object, and you can use those virtual objects to seed your farms.
Okay, that's cool. And tell me about crabbing. Is there something special how you crab? What is crabbing? I don't even know what crabbing is. What's crabbing?
So crabbing is really cool. Everyone really has a fantasy in Stormworks of living the deadliest catch kind of saga, don't they? You want to take out your big crabbing boat and experience like the rough seas and that sort of stuff. And I feel like that was a big objective of this add-on, is to make that experience come true. So we've got this commercial scale crabbing option. So you can take your massive ship out and you get these massive, huge crab pots, stack them up on your ship, take them out, tie them to buoys, drop them over the back of the boat, leave them so they sink to the sea floor or for however many hours or days or whatever you want to leave them out for, and then come back and hopefully they'll all be full of crab, providing you put them in the right location. Obviously if you've dumped them in a bad location, same in like Deadliest Catch, you'll come back and your pots will still potentially be empty. We did have some ideas around random events as well, and I think we might be able to do it now that you can tie ropes via add-on logic. So I don't know if people might have seen the Deadliest Catch episode when one ship replaced another ship's pot with a pickup truck instead. So maybe down the road we've got some random events that kind of line up with that, so you can experience that kind of variety in your crabbing game.
Oh, I wonder. Wait, you're not able to like break a rope with logic, are you?
I'm not sure what the add-on stuff is at the minute. I haven't looked into it massively.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say like line breaking would be something you'd want too, right? If you're using the wrong line for the wrong type of fish or something. I'm making stuff up. I'm not a fisherman, so don't hold at me to it.
Potentially, that would be a hard thing to calculate, but maybe at some point.
I see your fishing rod in the water.
My fishing rod. I did wonder what that was.
I thought it was a harpoon, but it's a fishing rod.
Well.
You're not gonna get your fishing rod?
I've got a net. I don't need a rod. Look at this.
Okay. So this is your net, which is a representation made out of like pipes, and it has a battery on it. What's the battery for?
Just to power the buttons.
Oh, okay. And so tell me about how you approached making fish become a part of the game.
So we had to do it digitally, like you say. They're all kind of virtual, but we've got hundreds of different species, all that live in different biomes and different territories. Some that can only be caught with, deep sea trawling or dredging of the sea floor. Some that can only be caught with hook and line. So like tuna fish tend to be only caught with hook and line sort of fishing. Stuff like squid, which can only be caught on squid jiggle hooks, all sorts of different types of fishing, and it means because they are digital, it means we can approach it in all sorts of different ways. So in the past we've had fish with variable weight, so you could have a kind of competitive rod fishing, because we did have fishing rods in the add-on way back when.
How did you do that?
So it was kind of like a pipe with a handle on it, so you could carry it around. And you used kind of text commands to say, okay, I'm casting my rod, and it was kind of a game of chance as to what you reeled in. But yeah, people got competitive about who could catch the biggest certain type of fish from a certain river and things like that. So we had a nice leaderboard set up on the JSI Discord.
Okay, can I ask a question about more fish stuff? You have different types of lures?
Well, we don't have fishing rods at the minute, but we do have different types of hooks, actually. Yeah, we do.
Different types of hooks.
So obviously, when we think about hook and line fishing within the context of commercial fishing, there's lots of different ways to do that. So you can do long lining, which is basically a massive line with lots of different hooks along it. Congratulations on the fish.
Look at that. No skill required.
Or you can do kind of a more simple approach to trolling, which is to just literally string up a hook and a line on the end of a pole which is fixed to the boat. So it'd be one line and one hook just multiple times across the boat.
What about bait?
Yeah, so bait is a thing at the minute as well. Actually, you have to kind of bait your hooks to get a decent bite rate, if you like. If you don't bait your hooks, you'll be waiting a lot longer for a fish to bite.
I don't need bait.
No, you don't need a bait on this rod.
No, they just come to me. So if you were to tell me what are your favorite features of the add-on as you see it, what are the things that you think would be required for a commercial fishing update for Stormworks What are those features that come to mind that you would really like to see added to Stormworks?
So, stuff that needs to be added to Stormworks to make commercial fishing viable. Obviously, there's some key parts. So we think about a hook block. So you can imagine fish kind of biting onto a block, or you can string up this block along with winches and things like that, and the pulley system, and have really complicated. Oh, there's a tiny fish you caught then.
Oh, I caught a fish. What is
Tiny
this?
little red fish.
It's a little,
Wow.
oh, it's Nemo. It's a clownfish.
Great. Tragic.
I kind of feel bad, but have a seat on the deck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at
Oh
him
dear.
jumping around. Where's Dora? Where's Dora? Is it Dory? Where's Dory?
Dory,
Huh?
that's the one.
Where's your
Yeah.
pal? Oh, he's trying to make a run for the water. Look at that.
Swim down. Just keep swimming.
Just keep swimming or jumping. Oh man.
Literally the end of Nemo movie, trawling, and then here comes Marlin and Nemo.
Oh,
Jeez.
this is fun. This is like probably my best fish I've ever caught. You know what would be fun is to have him in an aquarium. That'd be cool.
That would be cool. Yeah.
Did I interrupt you? I apologize.
Hook blocks would be cool. Obviously, nets would be really, really cool. But we've spoken earlier about how difficult that would be to implement in Stormworks. You know, we haven't seen sails. I really doubt we'll see nets, and because they kind of are this dynamic physical object made up of lots of different strings. So I
mean,
wouldn't expect to see that.
But we've seen in games. I know not this game because it's a custom engine, but we've seen in games where they've created like a plane that kind of flutters a little bit. You know, its vertices bend a little bit, and couldn't we do something like that? Maybe they could do something.
Maybe that could be a really cool way to do it in a kind of a low poly engine like this. That would
Yeah,
be
like it doesn't
pretty
have to
cool.
have all the strings. It could just have like a, you know.
Just a big white kind of plane, like you say, yeah, a little
Yeah.
bit translucent or something like that. That would be
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Look at this. Look.
Maybe we can have a little bit of hope then. Maybe they might do that.
What
down
have
the
you done
line.
with your net? Because it just keeps saying net moving too slowly, and I.
Yeah.
Oh. Get
Oh,
away.
jump back in.
Nemo, you still alive? I don't think you're alive. I think you died.
Oh, rest in peace.
Aw.
So yeah, I chucked the net overboard, but we are moving a bit too slowly for it to be effectively trawling. So I'll turn the throttle up on the boat.
Okay, so I've been playing with fish while you've been trying to explain all the cool stuff, but so let's recap what you were saying. So you said
Sure.
you would like to see a what block?
A hook block.
A hook
Basically,
block.
you know, at the end of your fishing rod, you've got a lure and a hook, haven't you? So it'd be cool to see that basically in block form, so that you can do this commercial scale stuff.
Okay. So would you put like a lot of lines out with a lot of hook blocks?
That'd be up to us, isn't it? It's the customization of Stormworks. How do you want to approach?
I mean, so
things?
is that what they do? Did they just like, is there just single hooks on strings, or not strings, but like lines, and they would just throw them out like that? Is that how it works?
Yeah, on
a
certain
net?
boats.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but on other boats, like we said, you can do kind of long lining, which is lots
Wait,
of hooks on one really
What'd
long
you do?
line.
You pulled it up already? Why?
I pulled it out. It filled up. We must have hit like a really good spot.
Where do you see what we... Where?
So
Where
you're
am I
gonna have
looking?
to unload it. So if you press the unload button on that net,
Unload button. I got extend. Oh, unload. Okay, I see it. Oh, okay. It says there are no ships or trailers nearby to unload the object.
oh
into.
yeah, it's my ship. I forgot about that.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. It says
Did we
it's
break
empty
it?
now. It says it loaded it into the ship, but
Did I
I can't
break it?
see any fish loaded into the
Oh,
ship.
we broke it.
We might have broken it. Oh well.
A hook block. What is else something you'd like to see in a Stormworks commercial update? What other block thing?
Wow, another block. Block-wise, there's not too much else that would be required. I mean, they seem to be already wanting to use the hopper and the tank system for storing fish resources, which
Right.
is fine. I mean, it's not what I like. I like all the different species of fish because you can have different values and things like that. But again, if GeoMeta want to keep it simple for their player base, then that's fine.
Okay,
I think
well-
what we really need to see is not a block, but we need to see the ability to basically have add-on scripts spawn fish, which
That
are
was what I
alive.
was going to ask next. Like, what would be
Yeah.
the... Like, what would be kind of like, I don't know, what are they called? Are they called, what is the programming language for, like, are they called hooks or functions, or what are they called that you would require?
Yeah, functions. So we'd need so we already have a spawn creature function or spawn animal function, but for whatever reason, fish are not yet an option in that. I don't know if the fish work on a different system or whatever, but down the line, it would be really cool for us to be able to spawn fish, and customize what species it is, what size it is. And because the rest of the add-on could kind of reach into that, and you could suddenly have fish visually represented in a really nice way. It wouldn't take too much for add-on developers to turn it into a really complicated and really in-depth kind of system.
In order for you think, in order to make a commercial add-on that is not too simple, where it's not just like go out on your, you know, your fishing boat and throw some nets down and catch some 3D fish and then go and take them to the bin and sell them. What you would need is access to things like do you need like the type of fish or the weight of the fish, or what do you need? What kind of data?
Yeah, that'd be cool. I mean, to an extent, we can imagine different weights. We can imagine different sort of stuff. We just really need the power to spawn the ships at all. Spawn the fish at all. That would be really useful.
So okay,
because currently you spawn, because obviously this has introduced these fish objects. This update. But when you spawn them, they spawn dead and they spawn as binoculars. So they look like that basically, which is not ideal when you're trying to make a realistic fishing add-on. So maybe down the line they're going to try and fix that, and you can make it so you can spawn fish alive, because you can spawn them dead looking like binoculars if you really want to. But
so you could spawn, if there, I don't know how many types of fish are in the 3D game world, but if you have access, you could spawn pike in only a certain location, right? That would be cool.
Yeah, you could do. Yeah.
And
sure.
so you could actually, what we see on your map right now, you could make it with an add-on if they give you the proper things to be able to spawn fish with. You could make these different locations where you could find specific fish, or a lot of that specific fish, right? And
sure.
then,
and I bet you they've already done that behind the scenes. I bet Geometa only spawn certain fish in certain locations, but they just haven't let the add-on developers get their hands on that just yet.
Okay, so you think that you're having faith in them, aren't you?
I do try to well, I don't know if I necessarily do try, but I'm hopeful that one day we'll see the benefit and they'll let us have it.
Yeah, I'm hoping 2024 is a really good year for Stormworks. There was a lot of bad things that happened with the releases and stuff last year, and I hope that they kind of are changing their views. And what was cool, I don't know if you saw this, in the last update, which was a fishing rod, they actually included Professor Incognito's video that he did on like fishing boats and stuff like that, which I thought was amazing that they put it in the Friday update, because that's what I've been asking for, is like, show these things off. And I'd really like it if, you know, they used you as an example of like, okay, go play with Char's thing and tell us what you guys like about Char's thing, and maybe we'll be adding it to the commercial, you know, fishing update. I don't think they're going to do that. I'm asking for too much.
Well, I'd love to hear from Geometa.
I'm asking for too much.
In advice, I think we are asking for a little much, but hopefully, maybe one day they'll reach out and speak to me. Or
I mean,
yourself.
that's something. I don't know if you watch my videos. I don't think people watch my videos because my numbers don't show it. If they do, but I have said over and over again, I guess probably at the end of 2023, especially, like, you have specific people and specific servers that are doing something with Stormworks that is unique, and that's all they care about. So for you, JSI, what's JSI stand for again?
Jotun Shipyard Industries.
There you go. And you guys have centered around building fishing boats and commercial fishing boats and smaller fishing boats, and you did the fishing add-on. So it would be, I think it would be a good idea to bring in, probably you, since you built the add-on, and maybe some of the fishing boat guys, and talk to you guys and say, what would be really good for us to like look at for making Stormworks good for the fishing community. And then you have like the racing community, and they have built racetracks, right? And stuff like that, and race cars, and they should go and grab those guys and say, okay, what do you guys think would be really good for the racing community? I just feel like that is what's missing with this company, Geometa. Interacting with the specific groups that are doing something special with Stormworks and could give their actual input directly to the devs. Because it's really frustrating when you see that Friday update and you see Komodo and 454 gave us fishing updates, or fishing ideas, and then we've had this fishing add-on, which I haven't even played with, for 3 years, and it has so many ideas that would be wonderful to implement into the game. And I mean, when I say that, I mean in simpler context, because right now there is a lot of like menu items everywhere, and I think that's because you're limited to text inputs, right?
Exactly, for sure. Yeah, absolutely.
So is that something you'd like to see, is the ability to like create menus that are like buttons or something?
Oh, that would be a dream, to have a UI component within the add-on editor. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that would be amazing, right? Because a lot of all these add-ons that people do, it's like text commands, right? Oh, I want to spawn a Coke, type in buy Coke. And so to have like an interface, you walk up to it and like maybe you could like put buttons, or maybe you could put a drop down or whatever. And then you just click it and then a thing appears. That'd be cool. Hey, maybe this is another feature request, right? UI? Is that it?
That sounds like a good one to me.
You like my fish, huh? I saw that.
Yeah.
Is it in your pocket? It's in your pocket.
I think it's dried out now.
Oh,
Sand
yeah.
fish.
Kind of stinks here. But okay, all right. So we have covered a lot. So is there something I'm missing about JSI's fishing add-on that we should talk about?
Not really, other than it's the fact that it is up and running and ready to play now. Obviously, it's buried deep on the Steam Workshop, so the best place to find it, I guess, is on the JSI Discord. We can link you straight to it. I'm sure you'll put a link to the workshop page on the YouTube video as well.
Okay, do you see I've been fishing this whole time? Oops, I didn't catch a fish that time. But I think right now there's no skill involved with the current fishing rod thing. I don't really... You don't have to really do anything except wait and reel. There's no line breaking. There's no fish pulling to like try to get away. Well, I guess they swim, but they don't get away.
There is skill involved in what the add-on does, in that certain fish prefer certain speeds, or the net needs to be at a certain depth to catch them most efficiently, and then you can kind of learn that kind of by doing, but you can also learn it by looking at the JSI. There's a website associated with this add-on, kind of like a Wikipedia sort of thing.
I've never seen it.
Yeah, so hopefully we'll get some species information up on there to make sure that you know where should I be fishing for certain fish. But yeah, there's lots of kind of skill and learning associated with that. Like especially in trawling as well, you can learn about from NPCs. You can learn about where like a certain school of fish is. So if you chase that school down, drop your nets in and actually follow it at the right speed, you can make a lot of money just by being in the right place at the right time and doing things in the correct way.
Okay, so speed matters. Okay, that's interesting. Like how many... I mean, you probably don't remember. You've done so much and it's been so long, but like how many things are you... I guess, I don't know if balancing is the right way, but how many things are needed in order for the fish to be caught? There's speed of...
Sure.
Ship, what else?
So you need to be in the right biome, so either saltwater or freshwater. You need to be in the right territory. So obviously on the map we've seen the different territories. The fish obviously stray from territory to territory a little bit, but roughly you need to be in the right territory. Your equipment needs to be going at the right speed and be at the right depth, and it also needs to be of the right type. So we've got different types of net. So like the dredging net and the regular trawling net, they're going to catch different types of fish because those different types of fish live in different locations basically. That's just realistic to have a dredging net that catches fish that live on the seafloor, and a pelagic net which catches fish in the actual sea column, if you like. What else you need to consider? Certain fish might prefer certain times of day. I think in general it's best to kind of fish in the evenings and the mornings. Yeah, weather is, I think rain plays a part at some point. I might be making that up, but I think there was an intention at some point for rain to play a part in certain situations for sure. And definitely your latitudes, like how far north and south you are, affects what shellfish species you're more likely to catch, as well as fish species as well. So if you want to catch a big like Arctic crab, I can't remember what the species is that lives up in the cold places, but you want to go up to the Arctic biome to catch the best crab basically as well.
Oh wow, wait, Arctic has some stuff? I thought it stopped before Arctic here.
So there is a biome. Huh? Arctic Sea actually encapsulates... Is it Arctic Sea? What's it called? Arctic Ocean encapsulates the whole of the Arctic. So it's just one biome at the minute. But there is like a village up there to sell things too.
There is?
It's a little bit more populated. Yeah.
Okay. That's cool. What is this green thing? Southern lobster population.
Yeah, I've just seen that as well. That's pretty cool, isn't it? We must have...
What does that mean?
I don't know how we've learned about that, but there is apparently a population of southern lobster down there. We must have either picked it up from the NPCs at the bar, or maybe it's just a random thing that we know about. I don't know. But it means that if you were to go crabbing there, or in this case lobstering, I guess is the term, I'm not really sure. If you were to drop your lobster pots there, you'd probably catch a lot of southern lobster. So
we've covered a lot here, and we talked a lot about what the JSI fishing mod does, and we talked about what you'd like to see, at least from your perspective, for a commercial fishing update for Stormworks. And of course, I would love it if Geometa reached out to JSI or you and talked about what would be beneficial for them to add to the update so that you could, I mean, I don't know if I want to say rewrite or extend what you have here to use the features of the commercial fishing update, right?
For sure, absolutely.
So, Geometa, if you are watching this, which you don't because you don't like me, but if you by chance have someone mention this video, please consider reaching out to Char. He seems like a nice guy. Are you a nice guy?
I do try.
Okay, he seems to be a nice guy that tries to be nice. And he's been working on this add-on for 3 years. As you saw, as we went through this add-on, and I mean, we didn't even visit all the locations, but there are locations and buildings and NPCs and tutorials. And do you know how many types of species of fish?
Oh, like, I don't know, 40, 50 plus.
Oh, wow, okay. So there's different types of fish, different types of weights of fish, different types of nets and gear and requirements in order to catch the fish in the different regions and all that stuff. So this is a guy that you would like to talk to because I think that, and I'll say this, I might be completely wrong, but the JSI Discord, there are a lot of people that are interested in commercial fishing, and it seems like your group, I mean, there might be another Discord out there that I don't know about, but it seems like your group would have a lot of valid input in what they'd like to see in commercial fishing. And I know what Geometa wants to keep it simple, but I think there are some things that they could allow, like, you know, being able to spawn fish and stuff that you would like to get in your add-on. And they just need to talk to you guys and say, oh, you know, it'd be really nice if you allow the add-on developer or the add-ons to do X, Y, Z. And then you come out, Geometa, you come out with your, you know, your fishing update, and it is simple so that, you know, new players can get into fishing commercially. But you also add that extra so that this add-on or other people who are doing add-ons for commercial fishing could do something really amazing and make your game even better and appealing to, like, fishermen, I guess, right?
Exactly. That sounds perfect.
Did I say that? Would you like to re-say that in a different way? Did I say it pretty well? I don't know.
No, that sounds really good. I think you nail on the head. It's that they just need to lay the foundation. They can put these simple features in. It's really easy for add-on developers to disable the simple features and replace them with stuff that's more complex for more niche audiences. You know, I don't know how many people have bought Stormworks, but 10,000 people have subscribed to the JSI add-on, and it's not even been like fully released. It's still very much kind of in a beta kind of stage. So there's a lot of people within the player base that want this, but I totally understand that Geometa, they want to focus on a broad appeal. So absolutely focus on the broad appeal and then engage with us to make sure we've got the tools we need to make something a bit more complex, a bit more in depth.
Thank you. Very well said as well. I like the laying foundation. That was a good phrase. Look what I caught. You see what I caught? You see?
What's that one?
A sardine. You got sardines in your add-on?
We do have sardines in the add-on. Yeah.
Look at that.
And anchovies. I tell you what, they added Arctic charfish and also a lizard fish. Do you think that might be a little reference?
Oh, wait, who
Char
did?
lizard?
Wait. You mean Geometa did or you did?
Geometa. They are real species of fish as well, but it's just
Wait,
funny
what?
that they added a char fish and a lizard fish.
Do you those aren't real fishes or are they real fishes?
They are real fish, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
they are real fishes, but it has nothing to do with you. Okay, so I thought they were
It's
actually
unlikely.
acknowledging it. Do you have
No.
anything in the game? Do you have your name anywhere in the game?
I do have my name in the game.
Okay, so they know you exist. They know you
They know I
exist.
exist. They know
Geometa.
JSI exists.
Geometa, you know they exist. Reach out to them. They don't... Char, tell Geometa that you don't like me. Then they'll talk to you. Tell them.
Okay, no, I'm not associated with Endo in any way. I'm entirely independent. His opinions are not my own.
And the only
How's
reason
that?
he showed up on this video is because I paid him.
I'm appearing under duress.
Yes. There you go. All right, so Geometa, reach out to Char, talk to him, and get some ideas. So just, you know, you don't have to do what he says, Char that is. You don't have to do what Char says, but get an idea of what would be needed to expand your commercial fishing update that you're going to do. I know you're going to do it, Geometa. Allow Char to extend your update so that the fishing community that are hardcore can have, you know, the best of both worlds. You get the simple fishing for, you know, the bulk of Stormworks players, and then you get the, what is it, deadliest catch fishing for the the hardcore fishermen and people in Stormworks that are or I've been waiting for it forever. And there's been a lot of people waiting for commercial fishing. So yeah. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have questions about the add-on, there'll be a link to a wiki page apparently, right? A wiki page?
There'll be a wiki page. You got the Discord is the best place to go. There's all sorts of channels in it where you're more than welcome to ask as many questions as you need.
And then you can download this add-on right now. Now, everything may not be working perfectly. They are testing it and fixing it because the Stormworks updates with Space DLC and stuff like that have broken things. So
Yeah.
they've got it working. I mean, we're playing it right now, sort of. I mean, I've been fishing with the new fishing pole, cheating, and Char's been fishing with the net. So it kind of works. We know it kind of works. And, you know, while you're fishing with Char's add-on, you can be fishing with the fishing pole as well. So you could do like double fishing.
For sure, I am going to make those fish contribute to the add-ons fish stock as well to
What does
get
that mean?
integration more.
How?
Surely, well, I had to say in that it's very hard for us to track where those fish are. You're quite right. We'll see. Hopefully, we can get that sorted down the road where they kind of integrate nicely.
And you don't have a fishing block hook yet either, so you can't really like add it to your fishing boats yet. So we're waiting for that.
Nah, I can't add to the boats, but I want to definitely get rod fishing profitable
Okay.
within the context of the add-on for sure.
All right, very cool. So, anyways, is there anything else that you want to add or say before we say goodbye, Char?
No, thanks for having me.
All right, that's it. So, thank you very much for joining me. And if you are enjoying these videos, click like. If you hate the video, click dislike. If you hate me, click dislike. That's fine too. But just let me know what you think about these videos because it's absolutely free, except for a little arm movement, little arm energy to move your mouse to click it. You can tell me what you think about my videos with just a free click. So let me know, guys. And of course, the comments are available down below. If you have ideas that you'd like to see Char add, you can of course go to Discord, that will be linked below, and talk to him there in JSI forum, or you can leave comments here, and he'll never see them. Sorry. That was
I watch your videos. I'll read the comments.
Oh, okay, okay. He might see them. Maybe. Possibly. Probably not. Is that fair?
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I saw your head. Your head shook. Yes, your little character head shook. All right, guys. We're going to go ahead and take off and go ahead and go fishing for the rest of the day. But we'll see you next time. Char, let's get this boat moving. We need to get some fishing done.
Let's do it. Goodbye.
Goodbye.